What is going on, everyone? Today, we are going to be doing something a little bit different, and by that I mean we are going to find out what lies beyond the screen in a Windows computer. But before we do, there's a couple of things that I'd like to announce. If you don't care and you just want to get on with the video, then that's completely cool. Just skip to the time that's on screen right now. All good? Cool. The first thing that I'd like to announce is that I tried to fix my audio a little bit so that my headphones sound a little bit better to you guys. It still doesn't sound too good, but I think it sounds better. Also, I redrew all of the herb faces, so that's why they look different if you've been watching the channel for a long time and you've noticed that. And also, we have a new channel mascot now, Cassie. Alright guys, so as I was saying, we're going to be figuring out what is beyond the screen in a Windows computer. But before I do that, we're going to figure out how I go beyond the screen in a Windows computer. Now, the software that I use for recording is called Bandicam. And with Bandicam, I can control your guys' view. I have a little rectangle that controls what you guys can see. As you can see, I can make your little rectangle smaller or bigger, and I can also move it around. I can do whatever I want with you. Now, the problem is that I use my cursor with this. I have to drag my cursor around, but this image right here, or not an image, this screen recording rectangle, of course I can't show it because I'd have to record my recording, but the rectangle that represents what you can see right now on my screen is it's like an image in a Microsoft Word document that has like that you can move around. One that is in line in front of text or behind text or something. So that way you can move it all around. What that's supposed to mean is that although you do have to drag it around to do this, you can also press the arrow key, and it goes up and down for you. And just like an image in Microsoft Word can go off the page if you just keep holding down the right button or the left button, or any button for that matter, this can go off the entire screen. Now, the only problem with this is that I can't see what you guys see until I review the recording. So I'll have to let you guys see what's beyond the screen, and then I'll look at the recording, and I'll see if anything interesting happened. Alright? Alright. So, now that you guys understand, I'm going to, I guess, just bring you guys up. Let's go. Alright, everybody. So I just checked the recording, and it would appear as if there was just nothing beyond the screen, which is a bit disappointing, but that's okay. We're going to check the other 4 sides of the screen and see if there's anything there. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. That's 1. That's 2. And here's the bottom. Oh, well, that's a shame. It looks like I actually can't go down any further. That's actually pretty interesting. Now, after reviewing the footage, it appears as if there's nothing on the left side or the right side. But we did find out something a little bit interesting. It's that you can't go down any further. For some reason, you can go up, left, or right, but you can't go down. So, I'm not really satisfied with this, so we're going to try to go up super high. And I'm not going to show you guys the entire footage, but, if I do find anything interesting at all, then I will show it to you guys. Well, guys, I just reviewed the footage, and unfortunately, it looks like there's nothing but darkness outside my screen. But I'm still determined, so I'm going to run some more experiments and see what happens. The first experiment is I'm going to see what happens if I start the recording when I'm outside of the screen in the darkness. So I'm just going to move you guys over here. And then I'm going to stop the recording and start it. Alright, let's see if anything happened, because I just did it. Unfortunately, after checking the recording, there was absolutely nothing. except more darkness. But we shouldn't give up yet. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try to create a new screen because with a Windows 11 computer, yes, I have Windows 11, judge me if you want, I can create a new desktop so that I have multiple desktops open at the same time. So I'm going to see if I open a new desktop and move the recording over to the side if the new desktop will be on the side. Alright, here we go. Alright, is there anything there? I guess I'll find out after I check the... Alright guys, I just checked the footage and unfortunately there's once again nothing. And this is beginning to get a little disappointing because I have really nothing so far. Maybe there's just nothing off the screen. But I'm still determined. So I'm going to research this, and I'm also going to try my best to get below the screen. We'll see if I can do it. Now guys, I researched it, and unfortunately, there appears to be nothing on what's beyond the screen in Windows, on a Windows 11 computer. However, I did notice something. When I tried to hold the down button so that the recording window could go below the screen, it did twitch a little bit and start to go below the screen. So there might be just a frame in which you can actually see what's there, and we're going to see what happens. Alright? Let's do this. Here we go. Is it working? I can see it twitching. I think there might be a couple frames in which you can actually see below the screen. Here's a screenshot of the very small amount of frames in which you could see below the screen. Now, the white outline represents what the screen is, and the black below that doesn't actually mean anything. That's not a part of the, that's not actually a part of it. So, as you can see, there's a little bit of black right there. But that's all. Alright guys, well that's just about going to do it for today. Some people might see this as a failure, because all we saw was darkness, but I see it as a success. You see, maybe instead of there being nothing out there, the computer could have just allowed me to not go past the screen at all. Instead, we figured out that we can go past the screen, and that there actually is something out there, even if it's nothing. We also figured out that that it's much harder to go to the bottom of the screen for some reason. However, you can still see it, just a little bit. Make sure to like and subscribe, and share this video. If you got, it's totally free, and it's super easy. Also, join our Discord server, because we have a game night every Wednesday, and there are also sometimes streams there, not to mention you'll be kept up to date with everything Bird Named Herb. And with that, see you guys.